This is another video on the Axeron gel application. Obviously I'm not going to do a video with my shirt off, but I'll just set this down here. A couple of things, important things to help you is gloves. This will help prevent spreading the medication to somebody else. And also, if you're skin sensitive, you won't end up with these sores on the side of your thumbs and your fingers, which tends to happen with, I'm assuming, the alcohol or whatever is in the medication. It makes my skin peel off, so I wear gloves. So once I got my gloves on, I remove the cap, I remove that. And if you just go and, squirt it once, it's going to be like, it'll probably just bounce right off and land over there somewhere. So I kind of have this routine where I kind of hype myself up to it. I count 1, 2, 3, and then on 3 I kind of dispense it into the cup, and most of the time it works. Once in a while, a little squirt of it a little drop of it will end up over here somewhere on the counter, which I just wipe up later. And but most of the time that helps to do 1, 2, 3. And yeah, lost train of thought. So once I got the cup, my dose is 3, so 3 cups. So I start. Obviously, it's hard to do since you got 2 arms and 3 doses, or at least I do. I divide it up, and it helps to get it done quicker and less aggravation. I get it up close to the pit there, and I count to 20 to 25, just kind of gentle rubbing like that. And then when I get closer to the edge and I start feeling a little bit of medication around the edge there, I'll just kind of wipe it along the other outside edges of my armpit. And again, when I got to 20 to 25, I'll switch arms. After I got 20 to 25, an equal amount, whatever I did on this arm, do on that arm. Set it down, get my fan out. Turn it on, obviously. A couple of speeds there, and then I'll just count to 20 or 30 until I feel that both sides are dry. And then I set that aside. Usually I just leave it running so I don't have to keep pushing the button out about 5 or 10 times during the whole process, but I'll turn it off now so you can hear me better. So I'll do that, and then I'll repeat the 20 to 25, and usually on the first dose, because I hadn't had any that day, it seems to soak in faster for some reason. So usually one time of 20 to 25 on each arm, and that cup is empty. I have to dispense the second dose. Sometimes it even soaks in so fast that most of the first cup ended up here. So whatever I finish up with here, if I've only got 12 little strokes on that side, I'll dispense the second cup, and then I'll finish my 20 to 25, whatever the remainder was, and then start fresh again with that second cup on this arm, or whichever arm, until repeat until the 3 whatever doses you're given is done. And I also point in the mirror to myself. I'll go 1, and then I'll that way, and then I'll go 2, and then that way I don't forget which dose I'm on, because sometimes I'll be like, was that 3 or was that 2? Things like that. Afterwards, turn the water on, obviously, and with your gloves still on, I rinse all the cup off, and I have a dedicated towel over here, which is just for solely for this cup, nothing else. You know, get it off and get it out, and I'll wipe it off, and then I'll peel the cover off. I'll wipe that off thoroughly. I'll flip it inside out because there'll be stuff in water in there still from washing it off. Flip that back around. It's pretty, I don't know what the word is where you can reverse it. After a while it gets kind of weak and you have to start with a new cup, but by the time you've reused this one for a couple of months or whatever, it's you've got a few of these kicking around. And pop it back on there. That back on there. And that back on, and obviously it's important to be gentle. You don't accidentally squirt half of the next dose out on the side of the thing, putting the cover on. You should put your fan and your gloves away, and the reason for the gloves, again, it keeps not only keeps your fingers from breaking out like that, like mine did, it helps prevent you from spreading it to some kid that shouldn't be having testosterone. And anyway, so that's how I dispense my testosterone. So, and this one is by Dash, so it has the better cup. There is another brand out there that has the really, really thin cup, and that one is pretty much impossible not to get it all over the place. So make sure you get the Dash or the original Hexaron, which will have like the orange and red cup instead of blue. But the one with the green, I think, is the one that has a really thin cup, and that one's no good. Just flies everywhere. So I hope this helped. And again, dedicated towel just to wipe your cup off that nobody else is going to use. And I have another second towel over here. Actually, I have 4 towels, but that's a different video. Second towel over here to wipe the sink off. Okay, hope that helped.